Imagine walking out of work after a long day, heading toward, and then nothing. No calls, no texts, no goodbyes. One moment you exist, and the next, you've disappeared without a trace. That's exactly what happened to 29-year-old nurse Maria Johnson on a warm summer night in 2016. Her disappearance would puzzle investigators, devastate her family, and leave behind a mystery that, to this day, remains unsolved. Before we dive into this chilling case, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another true crime story. And if you enjoy these deep dives into the mysteries that remain unsolved, hit that like button. It really helps us bring more cases like this to light. Maria Johnson was a dedicated nurse at Riverside Methodist Hospital in Columbus, Ohio. Friends described her as compassionate, dependable, and deeply close to her family. She wasn't the type to vanish on impulse. Her life was stable, her career promising, and she had a future she often spoke about with excitement. On June 12, 2016, Maria finished her evening shift and told her mother over the phone that she was exhausted but looking forward to brunch with a friend the next morning. She never made it. At 9:32 p.m., hospital surveillance cameras recorded Maria walking to her silver Honda Civic in the staff parking lot. She looked calm, carrying her bag as usual. Roughly 25 minutes later, a traffic camera picked up her car, moving along Route 315, heading toward her apartment. But sometime between that toll booth and her front door, Maria vanished. 2 days later, her car was discovered in a Kroger supermarket parking lot, only 3 miles from her home. The doors were locked. Her purse and phone were inside. The keys were gone. There are no fingerprints, no signs of a struggle, no blood, and no witnesses who remembered seeing her. It was as if Maria had simply evaporated into the night. Detectives launched an exhaustive investigation. They combed through her digital life, bank accounts, emails, phone logs, but nothing seemed unusual. Maria had no history of running away, no debts, and no hidden relationships. The FBI joined the case after weeks of dead ends. Hundreds of tips poured in. People claimed to have seen her in nearby states. Others suggested she had started a new life. But every lead collapsed under scrutiny. Despite massive searches, no trace of Maria was ever found. With no answers, investigators and the public were left to speculate. The most accepted theory is that Maria was abducted in or near the parking lot where her car was found. The missing keys suggest someone forced her out and drove the car there to stage the scene. A smaller group speculated Maria left willingly to start over. But her family rejected this completely. She left behind money, clothes, and her beloved dog, things she would never abandon. Another chilling possibility is that someone she knew lured her out that night. A person with knowledge of her routines, careful enough to leave no trace. But police never identified a suspect. Almost a decade later, Maria Johnson's fate is still unknown. Each year, her family holds a candlelight vigil, clinging to hope for answers. Her mother's words echo through every gathering. People don't just disappear. Someone knows what happened to my daughter. And that's the terrifying truth. Maria's disappearance is not just a mystery, but a reminder that sometimes people can vanish in a thin air, and the world keeps moving, leaving only questions behind. Cases like Maria Johnson's remind us that behind every missing person is a family desperate for answers. If you found this story gripping, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more true crime stories, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share this video, because the more people who hear these stories, the closer we may come to finding the truth.